Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the Telangana Tribal Welfare Residential Degree College for Women at Rajanna Sircilla. Friends, my name is Akila. I'm pursuing undergraduation BSc MPCS third year, and my chosen subject is physics, and my main teachers are Kavita madam and Vanishri madam. So, friends, let's think what is the universe, how it's formed, and what is the major source of light. So, we all know that the major source of light is sun, which can emit the light on the earth and it reflected back with the same angle. So, which give us light on the earth. And not only the light, the so many properties which comes under the physics. The whole world is always work with the principles of physics. See here, the rays are surrounded by the earth. So what are you thinking, why these light rays are surrounded by the earth? So this is the information. See here, the information, see all of you think how the information can passes from one place to another place. So let's see, if we send a email to another person, it's if we are staying here, we are sending a message to the who is far away from us. The information can pass within second. How the process are taking place? So these all are only possible with the network of cable. See here, the network of cable. So in now the world technology is connected with the internet. So in the internet we use the network cables. These network cables will helpful us in everywhere. So the network of cables which works with the bunch of wires, and these thin wires are called as optical fibers. So friends, today's my topic is optical fiber. So we know that what is optical fiber. So in this video I am going to tell you that what is an optical fiber, and what is the principle behind an optical fiber, and structure of an optical fiber, types of an optical fiber, and applications of an optical fiber. Let's see what is an optical fiber. See here friends, very thin layers, see very thin layers we are seeing on the screen, and these thin layers are surrounded by some bundles, and this bundle is surrounded by another coating. See these thin wires is nothing but optical fiber, and these thin wires are made up of a glass or a plastic. So here we got the definition of an optical fiber is a very small thin wires which is made up of a glass or a plastic is called optical fiber. So we got that a very thin wire which is made up of a plastic or a glass is called as optical fiber. See friends, how the optical fibers work. These optical fibers are these thin wires can form a bunches, means it can form a group. These thin wires can form a thousands of bundles, and these thousands of bundle can form a thousands of fiber strands, and these fiber strands which is inserted in one cylindrical, these are in the shape of a cylindrical shape, and these are inserted into the one type of core, and these are which can passes information from one place to another place and one person to another person. Let's see how does an optical fiber work. So we know that what is an optical fiber. Then we have to know how does it can work. So before going to the principle behind how does an optical fiber work, let's see what is the difference between reflection and refraction. We all know that what is reflection and refraction, because we can see in our daily life reflection. When a source of light incident into our room and it is reflected back with the same. See here, it is an example of a reflection. The source of light sun, and the sun the light incident on the object, and it is reflected back with the same angle. See here, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. This is known as reflection. And next let's see what is refraction. See here, what is refraction. Suppose when a light travel from the prism, it's travel with when a light travel from the prism, it's when it's going the straight line, it travel with the some bending will look like it's bending. The bending phenomena is known as refraction. See here, when a light incident on the prism, it travel in that straight line, but after when incident on the object, it bend with some angle. See here, it bend with some angle. This bending phenomena is known as refraction. So this bending phenomena is known as refraction. Regarding of this reflection and refraction, we can see in our daily life example. Let's see, when due to the refraction only, when we see when a glass of water kept when a pencil kept in a glass of water, we see like it's bending. So here the bending phenomena is known as refraction. Let's see what is total internal reflection. See here, there are the two mediums, M1 and M2. Also M1 is a rarer medium and M2 is a denser medium. In the rarer medium, we see that air, light and vacuum. In the denser medium, M2, we see only the glass. So here the normal and one ray incident on the interference. This middle line is called as an interference, and the dotted lines is known as normal, and another red coated line is a ray. So when a light travel from denser medium, it incident in the rarer medium, it reflected in the rarer medium. So we got that upside of the interference is a rarer medium and downside of the interference is a denser medium. So generally we know that when a light travel from denser medium and reflected on a rarer medium, so the angle between the rarer medium and denser medium, it is move away from the normal. When it enters into the rarer medium, the angle is for the ray is move away from the rarer medium, because that is the rule, because the angle of refraction, the angle of incidence is less than the angle of reflection. So the total internal reflections can follow two rules. Let's see what is the critical angle. See here, I incident one ray that is reflected with some angle, then another ray. So like that we sending so many rays. When a ray is traveling from the denser medium and it is reflected on the interference of the denser medium, then it has angle 90 degrees, then it called as critical angle. So what is critical angle means, when a ray traveling from a denser medium and incident on the denser medium with making an angle of 90 degrees, then it called as critical angle. So the total internal reflection can follow the two rules. The first one is the light has to travel from rarer medium to denser medium, and the second one is the angle of the angle is the angle is greater than the critical angle, then it can follow the total internal reflection. Let's see the daily life examples of a total internal reflection. So we can see in the hot summer, while we are traveling in the vehicle, we see the formation of mirages on the road, and in the deserts also we can see that formation of the mirages. These are the total internal reflection, best example which we can see in our day life. Let's see the structure of an optical fiber. Till now we learned, so we got that what is the principle behind the optical fiber is total internal reflection. Let's go for structure of an optical fiber. See here, there are the three major parts of an optical fiber. First one is core, second one is cladding, and third one is coating. So core is nothing but which has a cylindrical shape, and the diameter is very less, 5 micrometers. The diameter of the core is 5 micrometers and it is in the cylindrical shape. Next that is cladding, which is also in the cylindrical shape, which can takes the light to travel within the cylindrical shape, that is cladding, and the cladding diameter is starts from 125 micrometers, and the remaining is coating. So this coating can protect the light does not go away from the core and cladding. So see here, core, cladding, primary coating and secondary coating. Core is the inner part, clad is the outer part, and coating is a protective part here. So this is the structure of an optical fiber. Let's see types of an optical fiber. So what is optical fiber? We got that. What is the principle behind it, and next we got the structure of an optical fiber. Let's see the types of an optical fiber. So types of an optical fiber is two types, that is based on the number of modes and based on refractive index. So in the based on number of modes, there are the two types, that is single mode fiber, multi-mode fiber. Here also based on the refractive index, there are the two types. Let's see, first one is step index fiber and second one is graded index fiber or grain fiber. Let's see the first one, which is based on number of modes. On the basis of number of modes propagation, the optical fibers are classified into again two types. The first one is single mode fiber and second one is multi-mode fiber. Here single mode fiber, let's see what is single mode fiber. See here, single mode, in the name only we got single, means only one ray can, so only one light can pass it. So the single mode, in the single mode only one light can pass. The single mode fiber has smaller core diameter. See here, very smaller core diameter, that is 5 micrometer, and the cladding is 70 micrometers. The cladding is 70 micrometers, and the refractive indices, the difference between the refractive indices is very small. See here, only the one ray can passing from the core, only one ray. So that's why we got that which can pass only one ray is known as single mode fiber. Let's see multi-mode fiber. See, multi-mode fiber, multi means many. So there is a more than one rays can travel from that core. So here the core diameter is 40 micrometers and cladding diameter is 70 micrometers. And here is the difference between two refractive index is more. In the multi-mode optical fiber, the refractive index is very large compared with the single mode optical fiber. So characteristics of a single mode optical fiber, I will define the difference between single mode optical fiber and multi-mode optical fiber. Here the single mode optical fiber can support for only one mode propagation, but whereas in the multi-mode optical fiber it can has multi-mode propagation, multi-mode light propagation, and here it can transform long distance communication. In the single mode it can transform long distance communication, but whereas in the multi-mode it does not suitable for the long distance communications, and it is very cheaper. The single mode fiber is very cheaper, but whereas multi-mode optical fiber is costly. And the lights which we are used in the single mode is laser lights, and which we are used the lights in multi-mode is LED lights. So so that we got the difference between single mode and multi-mode. Let's see, classification is based on the refractive indexes. So the classification is based on the refractive index are two types. First one is step index optical fiber and graded index optical fiber. Let's see now step index optical fiber. So step index optical fiber is nothing but when the refractive indices of air, core, cladding in an optical fiber vary by step. Here step by step, vary by step means in the decreasing order. The air, cladding, core are in the decreasing order. So these step index optical fiber has uniform refractive indices. See, now based on the refractive indices and number of modes, step index are divided into two types. Step index single mode, step index multi mode. Let's see what is step index single mode. So here see, there are the refractive indices of three. Air, cladding, core. They are in the decreasing order. Air, cladding, core are in the decreasing order. So the core diameter is 5 to 10 micrometers and the cladding diameter is maximum 125 micrometers. So here step index single mode means only the single light ray can pass through the cylindrical shape. See here, See, in the core, which is travel in the core, is a single ray. Let's see the step index multimode fiber. So step index multimode fiber. So in the step index multimode fiber, we can pass a number of rays, more than one ray we can pass from the core. See here, the number of four rays are passing from the core, and the diameter of the core is 50 to 100 micrometers, and the diameter of the cladding is 200 to 300 micrometers. See here. Here is also refractive indices of here the refractive index is N1 is greater than N2 because it is in the decreasing order. Na? So N1 is greater than N2. Let's see graded index optical fiber. So in the graded index optical fiber, it has non-uniform refractive indices. In the graded index optical fiber, we have non-uniform refractive indices. See here also so many rows. In the graded index optical fiber, we can pass any number of rays, and these rays can travel in the helical shape. See here, they are travel in the helical shape, and the diameter of the core and cladding is 50 to 70 micrometers, and they are travel in the helical shape. So this is the graded index optical fiber. So till now we completed the types of optical fiber. Let's see applications of an optical fiber. So applications is nothing but which we are using in our daily life. They are how the optical fibers are used in our day-to-day life. Let's see. We use it in so many ways. Like see here, applications of fiber optics in communication system. So the major role, the optical fiber plays a major role in the communication system to transfer information from one place to another place. See here, the fiber optic communication is a method of transmitting information from one place to another by sending pulses of light through a optical fiber. So here is the fiber optic which can transfer the information in the form of light. Its next point is optic fiber is used by many telecommunication companies to transmit telephone signals, internet communications, and cable television signals. So I say we already know that the optical fibers are used in the telecommunication system, and it's major in the internet communications. From larger distance we can use the internet communications also. Next, let's see in the medicine also we use the optical fibers like light therapy, ophthalmic lasers, lab and clinical diagnostics, endoscopy, surgical microscopy, dental line pieces. So in this we know that when we are suffering with cancer or any diseases, we can go for the endoscopy or surgical microscopy to check our body where is which part is damaged. So when the optical fibers which is sent into our body by mouth, and they can take the which part is damaged, and they can choose where is the problem. So these are very thin layers, no? That's why we can send into our bodies. Next, in the militaries, the fiber optics are also used in the militaries. Fiber optic products are used in a variety of military applications. So it not only in the communication system and medical system, it is also used in the military system. So in the military system, we can use in the variety types in a very major rows. So here the wide variety of air, sea, ground and space applications. So in the military we can see in that air, sea, ground and space applications to check the underground to pass the underground communications, or in the space applications also we can use the optical fibers. So military fiber optical applications are highly specialized. They are highly specialized. Next, applications of in electronics. So in electronic devices we use that in the professional audio or video, alarm, security or OEM components also we use the optical fibers. So this is my topic. Thank you all. And we learnt in this video I told you that what is optical fiber, what is the principle behind it, and structure of an optical fiber. types of an optical fiber and applications of an optical fiber. So these optical fibers are very useful in our day to day life, and we can see that optical fibers everywhere in the each and every time we can use them. So all of you don't go away from your home, stay safe, stay at home. Always take care of your health, because this pandemic is very dangerous and we suffered a lot. So all of you take care of your health, and thank you so much for R.S. Praveen Kumar sir, who is giving this opportunity to enhance our skills. While we are at the home also, we can explore the world within ourselves. And thank you for my main teachers, Kavita madam and Vanishri madam, and thank you so much for my principal madam, who encourages us in every field and in every aspect. Thank you one and all. Bye.